GM Cardano, I'm Lloyd Duhan. It is the 30th of August 2023. Here are your top stories. Charles Hoskinson joined the Project Catalyst team in an AMA-styled X space today. When asked how he got involved in Catalyst proposals, he said,
And I try to stay out of the actual particular proposals, the actual voting process. I don't get involved at all there because I don't want to bias anything. And also, I take a lot of air out of the room whenever I'm in the room. And so if it, I'm there, it's always a Charles Hoskinson show. And, that's not what this is about. This is for the next generation of people to come on in and actually do great things and achieve great things. And so I felt it was really important, if I could be there in a productive way, do that. But don't be there in a way that's destructive or it takes value away from others or attention away from others, because this is an opportunity for people to kind of be big themselves.
During the same session, Mike McNulty responded to a question regarding using alternative methods for counting votes.
So today, obviously, things are denominated in ADA, and that's just following the what's set out on the Cardano network, right? So we have the entire network is secured by proof of stake. And so as we're starting to experiment with governance, governing a treasury with, millions of dollars distributed, billions more sitting in the war chest, how do we distribute that in a thoughtful and effective and safe and secure way? And as our starting assumption, continuing with what was implemented at the network level to have that be based on stake. And I think for the time being, until we have things like DIDs, other verifiable credentials, and that ecosystem really start to develop, is probably the safest bet for governing such a large treasury. But thinking in the world of tomorrow, again, there's really no hard technical reason why we couldn't explore things like having voting power be denominated by an NFT that you hold, underwritten by some kind of DID or verifiable credential, having it be voting power be determined by your holdings of something other than ADA, or maybe a composite of a bunch of different holdings.
The X space also saw questions regarding timing on the moving of proposals out of categories. Kriss Baird remarked that this is historically done each funding round, but that there is a learning opportunity to improve this administrative work in future rounds. Danny Rybar offered some expectation setting on the timing of results for the community review stage. At Rare Evo, Willayna Banner of Microsoft took the main stage. When asked how she felt consumers would need to handle educating themselves on blockchain and crypto usage, she responded,
So I think that's maybe the one of the distinctions, right? Like, I flew here on an airplane from Charlotte. I don't know how to fly the thing, right? But I know how to potentially keep myself as safe as possible. I know how to read the signage. I know how to put on my seatbelt. Like, there are some of these things, right, that I do know how to use and execute. What I don't think we would want to do, and again, my personal opinion, I don't think we're saying everyone needs to now be knowledgeable on zero knowledge proofs and, node hosting and the actual technology. How many things do we use every single day that, to your point, our phones, like, I turn it on, hope it works, and hope I can call out, right? I don't think we're calling on folks to do that, but I do think from an application perspective, from a use case perspective, from making sure that maybe some of the fundamentals can make sense, especially the business problems or even just personal problems, peer-to-peer problems we're trying to solve, that I think that's kind of at least what I'm talking about in terms of education, because
you're making people aware.
All of those, any new technology can be really scary for folks. That type of transformation can be super scary for folks. So we're just trying to demystify it a little bit.
Each day this week, we're bringing highlights from the Rare Evo conference in Denver, Colorado. Tomorrow, we will hear from Frederick Grigard of Cardano Foundation. If you will be at NFT XLV this year and have an announcement, please use the GM Cardano tip line, gmctips@gmcardano.com, or send us a DM on X, formerly Twitter, to our handle, GM_Cardano. For links to the above stories, please check our show notes. GM Cardano is your go-to resource for the latest news from the Cardano blockchain. Your support helps us grow. Please like and subscribe on YouTube or wherever you listen to your favorite podcasts. GM Cardano.